Greg Oz, and now Larry Mitchell on electric guitar.
So don't say anything bad about your neighbors. Hey everybody, welcome to Tuesday Night Live. As I'm learning how to replay with my finger here. Hey Cheryl, Cheryl's in San Bernardino. Joy, I forget where you're at. Joy's on Cheryl and Joy on YouTube. John Williams in Opelika. Hey John, John just released a single, You and I, that I produced last week. He released it last week. We did it a month ago, 2 months ago. I can't remember, but it's really cool song. Check it out, beautiful song. And a video. He did a great video for it. Raleigh in Sheridan, Wyoming. Hey Raleigh. Yeah, I know. So when I was in Sheridan playing for an event for autism last month, was it last month? Same guitar, except that mine is solid, semi-hollow. So this is mine. I was able to fly without a guitar and borrow Raleigh's. Raleigh. I did that tour. I did that little run of shows without carrying a guitar, which was amazing, and still able to play my model guitar everywhere, which feels great. So Raleigh had one for me, the same one, but in full solid body. Joe Gable in Albuquerque has the marble, turquoise one, Lapis, which was beautiful. And then Eric Riley in Arizona, Mesa, Arizona had the beautiful aged Scotch one. So yeah, and I don't drink, and this is Burgundy, and the other one I have is an aged Scotch, like Eric does. John Maines, what was that after Love's Cry? That is something I'm calling Sonic Boom. It's not released yet. It's got a cool thing going on that you can't hear yet. But I like the jam on it. I originally did it as just a loose jam, so it's never quite the same, but it's turning into something I want to release. Jeff Cloud. Jeff, you're in Thailand, right? Welcome. What time of day is it there, Jeff? Steve Famillo, Stephen Cat. Hey, John Williams, can you put the link to your single, and I will repost it on the other. Stephen Famillo's on Twitch asking for it. Steve's in New Hampshire. Hey, Brett, Oregon in the house. There's always a possibility of your model with an action of a cheese slicer. No, actually, I've never. All of my models, unless you've come across one that I've played, have all felt pretty close. The only thing that I asked people to do was to change it from 10s to 9s because of my hands. But I can play for about a half hour on 10s. But 9s I can play for a lot longer. Joy, great stoner music. Okay, stoner music and alcohol-flavored guitars. So not me, but it's 9 a.m. in Thailand. Awesome. Good morning, Jeff. Ralph Higgs. Where are you watching from, Ralph? Who else is on here? Twitch and DFW. So I'm in Dallas, Texas, getting ready to do the Dallas International Guitar Festival, and I want to give a shout out to Twitch and DFW, who gave me a ride from the airport last night. Had some food, and she gave me a ride from the airport. Thank you, Twitch and DFW. Guitar Pit of Horrors. That's a name. Guitar Pit of Horrors. Where are you watching from? Brett, you like that tone? I think you were talking about the tone on Sonic Boom, which is just virtual capo down. It's weird. I see a lot of people comment they don't like the virtual capo in most things, dropping it down, but it works for me. And as long as you can't hear the guitar like this close, then it works great, I think. Bill Edwards in Salinas, Ecuador. Hey. Hi, Bill and Chris. Hope you guys are doing well in Ecuador there. Did you guys have some earthquakes there? Or am I misplacing the country? Recently. Japsy 2 in Central California. Hey, I'm coming to California with Travis Larson. Travis and I are doing a couple of shows in Hayward, California on June 13th. And June 14th is in Sacramento. Double check those though. But I'm pretty sure it's Hayward and Sacramento. I think it's the 13th and the 14th. Hey, Ron Padgett. Hello. Thanks, Brett. I don't know if I'm on tonight, but I'm definitely concentrating heavily because anyway, I did a little rehearsal with my friend Scott Robbins, who's playing bass with me this weekend. I'll be at his booth. This is Scott and Monique's lovely villa. It's a villa. This is their villa. So we were rehearsing today, and I hit a note the wrong way a couple of times, and it definitely was shocking. Electrified. Jeannie Thompson in Montgomery, Alabama. Hey, Jeannie. Jeannie, I just recorded some songs. I don't know when they'll be released, but we just recorded some poetry songs. There we go. Christy E. Timberlake. Oh, hi, Christy. Thank you. Nicholas. Nicholas, where are you watching from? Evo. San Diego. Well, not San Diego, but near San Diego. Hey, Evo. Evo and I go back to early 90s? Early 90s? Maybe 80s, late 80s, early 90s. Oh, maybe Japsy 2 posted in here when the San Jose and Hayward shows. So it's not Sacramento, it's San Jose. I think I'm flying out of Sacramento. So thank you for posting that. It's Hayward, which I believe is on July 13th, and San Jose on July 14th. Matt Pacone, Fractal in the house. I wish I could show you. I'm using my FM3 as always. I am going to do a little video on my backup rig, which is kind of cool. But let's say my backup rig does captures, not modeling, and I captured. Most people use those things to capture actual tube amps. I use it to capture my Fractal amp sound, so that my backup actually has the same sound. I could just take two FM3s, but one, I fly all the time, and when I drive I take the FM9 and the FM3 as a backup. But this is a little modeler, not modeler, capture device. So I got the same tones because I captured my Fractal.
Fractured your capel?
Yes. That's Scott in the background. Matt Pacone is Fractal Audio. Thank you, Matt. Thanks for watching. Wow. Yep, definitely using my FM3. As always, actually. Who else is on here? Laura Fox in Auburn. Thank you, Laura. Hey, Sid. Linda Sue. Linda Sue, you're in Indiana? Is that where you are? Indiana? Or Kentucky? Ooh. Indiana. Let's go with Indiana. Carol asked me today about, or not today, a couple of days ago again, about possibly doing the same minor festival. but Rocks Festival. But I think I am in Australia then. Brett, yours played. You had bare knuckle pickups. In what guitar? I'm looking back. Oh, you had an X. That's right. Stephen and yeah, is talking about the Nags. Very nice. Steve Solomon. Yeah, Stephen says the semi-hollow Severin really has its own kind of mojo on Twitch here. Um, it does. I've been playing. I have a couple of the solid ones, full solid, and some of the semi-hollow, and I'm on a semi-hollow kick for the last couple of years. I really like that. Alejandro, thank you very much on Facebook. Mo Cousins on Facebook. Hey. Hey, Kim Lane. Albuquerque in the house. Frank Kime. Hey, Frank, on YouTube. Cool. I was just talking with someone about the Rock and Roll Hall of Fame. Used to go there with Frank and the youngins. We're not young anymore. And we'd have a ball. Oh, you got Florida House. Bonnie Troy, Pensacola. John Francis. Hey, so those photos that you see in the beginning, do I have, like this photo, which I'm going to lose the... not that photo. Where is it? This photo. Sorry. These photos, not those photos. These photos are done by John Francis. Let's see if we get this. That photo, and this is this Friday at 3:30 p.m. I will be on stage with Scott Robbins and Charlie LeMay at the Dallas International Guitar Festival, the Category 5 stage, and we'll be rocking out. And then before that and after that, I'll be at the G-Brats guitar booth, and we'll be little playing. I'm gonna make sure before the show I'm gonna take it easy on my hand, but afterwards I'll be hanging out and stuff.
Are we on?
No, not yet. Do you want to be on?
I was just going to say hi. Say hi to John Francis for me.
Oh, he can hear you.
Oh, hey, John Francis.
Now the pictures are. Hey, John Francis, Scott Robbins is saying hello.
Hey, bud.
My mom's on. Hey, Mom. Huh?
Could you mute for a second?
Hold on a second. Oh.
Hang on for a few. Yeah. That's a Yamaha. No, I don't. I saw good guitars.
Wait, they can hear you now. They can hear you. Hey, Cheryl. Hey, Cheryl. Cheryl Dobbins, happy birthday. Didn't you have a birthday recently? Happy birthday. Sean Jackson says, bring that funky bass, Scott. Matt, classic photo. I got classic photos for you, Matt. Here you go. Wait. Oh no. All right, so that's Friday. This is Saturday at 12:30. They're doing solo on the inside stage, clinician stage, and then oops. Hold on, bear with me. Nope, that's Friday. I guess I don't have Sunday. Sunday is that, yeah. I've done this before, really, trust me. Sunday is at 11:45 a.m. Woo! But the good news is, if you watch my Sunday night acoustic live streams, which is very mellow, then I will make it to East Texas in time to do the show. I was worried that I thought I was on at 6 on Sunday night, so I'm on 11:45, so I will be able to make it back and in time to do the show. Let's see. May Sim, hello. Oh, cool, Cheryl, happy birthday. Steven. Steven, are you talking about Cat as one of your three good life choices? Sean Jackson said bring your funky bass.
What's that?
Sean Jackson said bring your funky bass on
Oh, is that right?
Friday, yeah. There you go.
That
There's
one?
his funky bass. All right, so,
I've had this for a few years.
thank you, Laura. Hi, Sid. Evo since 1991, 92. All right, so I got some pictures. I got some throwback pictures here. Let me see if I can do this without cutting the microphone off. I showed some of these on where we got. You know, I kind of like the old system a bit better, but it was a crapshoot whether it would work with the internet always. This seems to be a bit stabler, but it's tiny and I can't see it. Oh, wait, I guess I don't have it. Hold on, bear with me. I'll just bring him in this because it's got a microphone already. So I had oh, maybe I could do that. Hold on. Where do you select? Nope, that's not gonna work. Let's do this. Slideshow pictures. Nope. We want. So I brought in. This is the 50th anniversary of the Dario, and this goes back to when I first got. Oh, you know what? I can do this. When I first got signed by the Dario Strings, that was 1985. I think that's 1985. Is that 40 years ago? Let me bring in video capture, existing. Learning a new system here. So look at that hair from 1985. So the Dario is their 50th anniversary, so just maybe go down memory lane with the Dario. And then this is an ad from 91. Let's see. Yep. There you go. Oh yeah, well Steve Kimmock, and if you go back to that that picture, that is Richie Kotzen and Blue Saraceno. They're still rocking. Richie's doing great. Blues is doing soundtracks, and I'm just wearing a hat. All right, so, nope, nope, I want that. I want that. And someone, hey, Mickey. So this is a mess now. I've made a mess of this whole scene. But I can get rid of stuff, right? No, I cannot. Oh, yes I can. Yes I can. Yes I can. Here we go. Okay, so now someone brought up Evo brought up the double neck. Where is it? No. There you go. There's the double neck. Same one from the cover of the album. I don't have the album cover in front of me. But, John, dress light and bring a refrigerator. Yes, I used to carry a refrigerator-sized rig. The 540R was a great guitar. Definitely a great guitar. John Maines, was that a Warrior bass? That is a Warrior bass, right?
It is.
That's a Warrior bass. On YouTube, Sean said he loves, Sean said you love the spandex. No, you hate the spandex. And Joy said she loves the spandex. Mark Bond. Hey, Mark. New Hampshire in the house. All right, so then I have another picture from back in those days. Mark knows those days. He used to play bass with me in those days. Hopefully we'll get to do something together this year in New Hampshire. Cheryl G. Cheryl in San Bernardino. Does it get confusing playing a double neck? No. Nope. Not any more confusing than playing any other guitar to me. What do I want? I want image. And all right, here's the full coat in its glory. Here's the coat. And the refrigerator rig behind me on the left there with the 2290 and a Mesa Boogie quad preamp. Man, I just remember that rig being heavy. Yamaha SPX90, I believe, is in there in this one. QSC power amp, heavy. Well, Steve, watching Steve play like the Hydra or his triple neck guitars, that's Steve playing it. Deborah Ann. Going way back on Facebook there. Deb, I had some pictures from the Mr. Girls days. John Williams, that guitar looks smooth. Stephen, you had the same one, the blue one? I have some funny stories about how I ended up with the blue one. But we'll have to go over that another day. Mark remembers their rack. He helped me lift it, I'm pretty sure, several times. Hi, Felicia Harding. Oh, Deb, you have some photos. Send me some photos. Deb was the lead singer and guitar player in the Mystery Girls, and she came in and recorded a record at Shelter Studios. And did your band quit, or did you fire the band? Well, I don't know what happened, but the rhythm team, the rhythm section for the rhythm team ended up being her band. So it was Steve Missel from Billy Idol and what else did Steve play it? Oh, Ted Nugent, um, Rennie Zosa on bass, and myself on guitar. So we became the rhythm section in the Mystery Girls. It's Debbie and 3 guys in the Mystery Girls. Did I have one more picture? Yeah, I got one more picture. One more picture. And I got this offline, even though I have it someplace. I just got this offline earlier today. This is the same code. This is an ad that was in all the magazines. Oops. How do I get rid of this? Oops, nope, not that. Nope, yep, that. I'm gonna get rid of that. There we go. That's an ad from the guitar magazines with the falling zebras, and it's introducing the Ibanez Low Pro tremolo. I have to say, I've been part of a lot of product launches, which is very cool. It was very cool back in the day. That was the low profile edge tremolo. Oh yeah, Sean Jackson. Yeah, there's a video for a single that I did on the Rick Ocasek record, Fireball Zone, and the song was for Rockaway, which is cool because I grew up in Far Rockaway, and that's Rockaway Beach. Orlando. Cool. All right, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. I'm gonna call it a night. It's 9:27, and I don't want to wake the neighbors up too much. Thanks, John Williams. Did you post? That wasn't me. That was Scott. Hey, Kevin, Music Heals. Thank you. Hey, Alvin in San Diego. Mark Bond. Let's see. So Friday, this week is the Dallas International Guitar Festival. In the following week, if you're in East Texas, I'm doing a couple of cool, fun, interesting things. I'm going to play at my friend Stephen Filippazzo's pizza shop. Just cause. It's going to be fun. It's free. The pizza's great. And maybe I'll stream that. This will be fun. And then they're doing a private show. And then the next day is in downtown Marshall, Texas, right on the corner of the square there in front of, I think, the courthouse. Yes, in front of the courthouse. Hey, Tom K. Tom's got one of these guitars. Steven Smith 7 years ago. Wow, that we met. That makes sense, though, but wow. I haven't thought about it like that. In some ways, it feels like I've known you way longer. In some ways, it's like, wow, it's 7 years? But, cool. It's great to know you and Kathy. All right. So I'm going to sign off. and I'll try and stream if I get good Wi-Fi at the Guitar Festival. I'll try and stream a little bit. Thanks again, Twitch and DF Dub. I used to be able to play that. All right. Thank you guys. Stay safe, healthy, and happy. And as always, when I've gone home, when I gave my love and gone home, I don't remember it. It's DEFCON Clark, you watching. I'll just read it. Sometimes my mind goes blank. But I must say it. I can't believe my mind has gone blank. Oh no, it won't let me. Hi, Lois. Dale Palmer. Man, I really wish I could remember. I'm just drawing a blank on it right now. When I gave all my love and I've gone home, they'll say I was here, and I put a little dent in fear, and then I made someone smile. I hope I made you guys smile tonight. I've been reading that, saying it for the last 5 years, and I can't remember it, couldn't remember it. Brett says $50 for the last pool. Yeah, I hope I made you guys smile tonight. Thanks, guys. Talk with you soon.